Is Xbox Game Pass good enough to jump ship from PlayStation? How do you threaten the king? What can you offer to scare the king enough that he changes what he does? You change what the population expects and wants. Xbox has changed the gaming landscape in the last few years and forced PlayStation to change their PS Plus in response. PlayStation has enjoyed being king of the hill for a while, outselling Xbox since the PlayStation 2's amazing 155 plus million units. The disaster that was the Xbox One launch showed the PlayStation 4 outselling it by 2 to 1. Xbox and Microsoft knew that if they wanted to compete as a gaming brand, they had to do something that both Nintendo and PlayStation were not willing to do. Make gamers the focus of the brand. To you and I, this might seem intuitive, but both Team Red and Team Blue made great games the focus of the brand, and as we got closer to 2020, it became apparent that extracting more money from players in every game was A-okay. In other words, although we were getting amazing games, it's costing us more and more money. Xbox has gone in the other direction. They said, we're going to offer a live service model that isn't one game, but hundreds of games. We're going to make it cheap, and we're going to make it easy. Just like I try to do in these videos for you. So if you don't want to miss out on any new information or ways to make gaming easier or more fun for the family, boop the subscribe button and like the video so YouTube knows to show it to other people and get a bigger community of us making a better community. Oh, and on top of that, they're testing this family plan in Brazil and Ireland, which is a random combination, but if it works, it works. So they're also making families a little bit more of a, thing. Now, PlayStation has changed the PS Plus structure and offerings to better compete with Xbox. Oh, and they're also getting really worried about all the great games and studios that Microsoft has bought recently. For games, PlayStation Plus Premium offers the larger catalog of games from PlayStation 1 through PlayStation 5 at about $120 a year, while Game Pass offers up to 380 plus games for about $120 a year. The difference is that Game Pass offers Microsoft Studios games as day one releases, which means I've never had to purchase Halo Infinite, even though I play parts of the campaign several times a week. For ease of use, this is, again, a little convoluted, which is ironic, I know. There are a lot of tiers, which I explain better in their own videos. Otherwise, this video would be way too long. But basically, the highest tier for each is $120 for the PlayStation, $180 for Game Pass Ultimate. But Game Pass Ultimate also includes EA Play Library, which is sports games and Mass Effect and Dragon Age and more, plus access to play and stream games on your PC. What's even better is that there are sales every year that reduce the cost of both services to under $60 for their entire year of subscription. So which do I recommend? If you want to play slightly older games but with brilliant storytelling, I would go with PlayStation Plus, as it has some of the best games of the past few generations. If you want day one releases from Microsoft Studios, plus an ever-increasing number of great games, then get Game Pass. If you game on console and PC, it is without question going to be Game Pass Ultimate. And yes, there is Nintendo Switch plus the expansion pack for those that enjoy Mario and the classic Nintendo games, and that's between $30 and $80 a year, but that's a whole nother video to talk about right there, and it's not really the same league as the other two services. I personally have PlayStation Plus Premium and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I enjoy both of them. I really don't think that this is going to come down necessarily to just which one of these two services you can get. I think right now it really comes down to if you are really bent on getting a PlayStation 5, but you want a game on the newer consoles, getting a PS5 is extremely hard. Whichever version you want to get, it's really hard. You can walk into Target or Walmart or Best Buy and pick up an Xbox Series S, walk out and play right now. So is that a cool box to get? It's not the most powerful thing out there, but it doesn't have to be. It did just get a software update that lets it run 4K 60 and on some games 4K 120. So it is pretty powerful. I think that it's a pretty solid console for not busting the bank. And then you include with it the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Game Pass Console and Xbox Live. Yeah, it's a really good combination for gamers that want to game a lot of different stuff and discover who they are and what they're doing. Me as a kid, I had a lot of variety of games, and you had to go buy the cartridges, or you had to go down to Blockbuster and go rent them and bring them back and try them out. And that's actually what I did, is I tried a lot of games out through those demos and rentals that we don't really have as much anymore. Ironically, they're both available at the higher tier packages to do demos with 10 hours or 2 hours. Not everybody's offering that anyway. When it comes down to this, like, I really think that the way Microsoft has slated everything for the Xbox Series S and the Game Pass, it makes sense for the majority of gamers. If you can't get a PlayStation 5 and you're bent on getting it, don't worry. Like, it's going to be cool. You can get it when the price comes down in a little bit and they're more readily available. Right now, just get a Series S, get Game Pass Ultimate, or get Game Pass and have a great time gaming, because that's what gaming's about. Having a good time. Speaking of, this is Wes from Ridir Gaming. Do good, play hard, game on, and I'll see you next time.